Welcome, deep divers. Today we're diving headfirst into an absolute cornerstone of American literature. Zora Neale Hurston's Their Eyes Were Watching God.
A truly remarkable book.
It really is.
Yeah.
This isn't just a beloved novel. It's a profound expedition into self-discovery, finding your voice, and ultimately defining your own freedom. Our mission today is to unpack the incredible journey of Janie Crawford. Her relentless search for true love and, an authentic self continues to resonate so powerfully.
It really does.
But we'll also delve into the fascinating and frankly surprising story of the book itself, its initial critical reception, how it sort of fell into obscurity for a while, and its eventual groundbreaking rediscovery that quite literally reshaped the literary landscape.
Exactly. And to guide us through this rich tapestry, we've pulled from a stack of incredible sources,
Yeah.
insightful forewords, comprehensive reading guides, and detailed biographical notes on Hurston.
Good stuff.
Yeah, we're here to distill those most important nuggets of knowledge for you because this isn't merely a story to be read. It's, you could say, a blueprint for living, for finding your own horizon, and for truly discovering what your own voice sounds like.
So as we dive into Janie's story, let's start where Hurston herself starts with that unforgettable opening line. Ships at a distance have every man's wish on board. What an image to kick off a journey of self-discovery, right? How does that set the stage, and where does Janie's conscious life truly begin?
It's such a poetic and powerful way to open. It immediately suggests a yearning, doesn't it? A distant dream.
Yeah.
And Janie's conscious life, well, it truly ignites at age 16 under a blossoming pear tree. It's a really seminal moment.
The pear tree scene, yeah.
She witnesses a bee pollinating a bloom, and she sees this as a revelation, her first intuitive vision of love and the interconnectedness of life, an ecstatic shiver of the tree that stirs a deep, almost remorseless, sweet feeling within her. This isn't just observation. It's a deep, almost spiritual awakening to life's possibilities,
What's so striking is how quickly that pure, almost Edenic vision clashes with the harsh realities imposed by her grandmother, Nanny.
Right.
Nanny, who was born into slavery, has a drastically different vision for Janie's future.
Absolutely. Nanny's background, born into slavery, a harrowing escape, and the trauma of her daughter, Leafy, being raped, it shapes her entirely.
Understandably.
Her only wish for Janie is absolute security. Money, protection, status. So she pushes Janie into this loveless marriage with an older farmer, Logan Killicks.
Logan Killicks, yeah.
Believing this will shield her granddaughter from the suffering Nanny herself endured. It's really a collision of dreams. Janie's blossoming idealism versus Nanny's hard-won pragmatism.
And that first marriage to Logan. It's just a profound disappointment for Janie.
Oh, completely.
The novel describes it as destructive and moldy. Logan quickly becomes controlling, demanding Janie help with farm work, even telling her, "You done been spoiled rotten." There's no pear tree vision here at all.
None whatsoever. Janie quickly realizes, as the novel states, that marriage did not make love. Janie's first dream was dead, so she became a woman. This isn't just a statement of fact, it's a pivotal insight.
Right.
It signifies her first painful lesson, her initial step away from Nanny's imposed path, and towards defining her own understanding of love and self. It's a powerful moment of internal growth amidst, external disappointment.
And it's at this low point that Joe Starks bursts into her life. He's all city-fied, stylish, dressed man with these grand ambitions.
Yeah, Jody Starks.
He promises to treat Janie like a lady, telling her she's made to sit on a front porch and rock and fan yourself and eat potatoes that other folks plant just special for you.
Quite the promise.
Janie, still searching, initially sees flower dust and springtime sprinkled over everything with him. Hope, right?
It's an alluring promise, isn't it? But what's fascinating here is how Joe's ambition for Eatonville, where he quickly becomes mayor, postmaster, and storekeeper, also becomes a form of control over Janie. She becomes Mrs. Mayor Starks, a symbol of his status, almost sleeping with authority, as the book puts it.
Right.
Our sources highlight that she can't get but so close to most of them in spirit because Joe builds this sort of invisible wall around her. He sees her as an extension of himself, not really an individual. And the town itself embodies this complex dynamic. They respect Joe's power, sure, but there's also this deep undercurrent of hate because, as Hurston writes, any man who walks in the way of power and property is bound to meet hate.
And Janie's voice, Her spirit, it's just slowly stifled under Joe's reign. She finds some fleeting joy in the mule talk on the porch.
Yeah, the storytelling.
Listening to the townsfolk and identifying with Matt Bonner's mistreated yellow mule, which is such a poignant metaphor for her own silent suffering.
It really is.
But Joe forbids her from such trashy talk, believing she's above folks that don't even own a house they sleep in. He's trying to control her identity, even her empathy.
Exactly. He's boxing her in.
And then, after years of this suppression, comes that moment. This is where it gets really interesting. Janie finally snaps.
Oh, yeah.
Joe cruelly criticizes her for her aging appearance, saying her rump hanging nearly to your knees, and for her inability to cut tobacco correctly.
Just brutal public criticism.
And Janie, finally pushing back, responds with this searing, emasculating insult, telling him he looks like the change life. It's just an explosion of pent-up resentment.
And Joe's reaction is absolutely devastating for him. His vanity bled like a flood. He realizes Janie had cast down his empty armor before men, and they had laughed.
Oof.
He strikes her then, but the real blow is internal for Janie. Our sources reveal that in this moment, her image of Jody tumbled down and shattered.
The image is broken.
It's a painful but crucial awakening. She profoundly understands that she has an inside and an outside now, and suddenly she knew how not to mix them. This is a huge intellectual and emotional breakthrough. It marks her ability to protect her inner self, regardless of external circumstances.
That realization that she has an inside and an outside now, it's almost like she builds an internal fortress. It's a kind of bittersweet strength, isn't it?
It is.
What does that tell us about surviving oppressive relationships and moving towards a truly authentic self?
It's precisely that. It's the birth of self-preservation, really. She learns to cultivate an inner world that is inviolable, separate from the public persona or the roles imposed on her.
Right.
And this kind of clears the path for Tea Cake Woods, who represents a truly different kind of connection.
Tea cake.
Yeah. Tea Cake is playful, informal, immediately connecting with Janie over checkers, showing genuine interest in her as an equal. He calls himself Tea Cake for short because he's sweet as all that.
I love that.
It's such a stark contrast to Joe's sort of performative masculinity. Their relationship is spontaneous, joyful, and most importantly, reciprocal. He teaches her to fish and hunt. They play games together, building a shared life on the muck.
At Everglades, yeah.
The fertile agricultural area in the Everglades where many black laborers found work back then. Janie works alongside him, feeling it's nicer than sitting around these quarters all day.
So real partnership.
This is the authentic love and freedom she sought, where she could listen and laugh and even talk some herself if she wanted to. It's partnership. Absolutely.
It sounds like she finally found what she was looking for, that pear tree vision maybe, but in a real-world adult way.
I think that's a great way to put it.
Yet even this relationship isn't without its challenges, is it? There's the incident with Nunky.
Right, Tea Cake's flirtation.
Which sparks Janie's first real experience with jealousy, leading to a fight that ends in this deeper physical reconciliation. But then, we also encounter Mrs. Turner.
Oh, Mrs. Turner. Her character introduces the very complex issue of colorism, a prejudice within the black community against darker skin tones.
Which is important to acknowledge.
Very. Mrs. Turner openly disdains black niggers and attempts to set Janie up with her white folkish brother. This highlights the insidious societal pressures Janie faces, even in her newfound freedom, even within her own community. And it provokes Tea Cake's, protective anger, leading to him whipping Janie to show them Turner's who is boss.
Which is a really tough moment in the book.
It's a disturbing moment. It forces us to grapple with the complexities of love, control, and frankly, patriarchal notions of protection. It's not about Janie doing wrong. It's about Tea Cake asserting his claim in a flawed, violent way.
That whipping is such a critical, difficult moment. It complicates our understanding of Tea Cake, who has otherwise been this liberating force for Janie.
It does.
It's not a simple happily ever after, even with true love, is it? It reminds us that even profound connections can contain elements of control or possessiveness.
Exactly. It's a raw, unflinching look at the layers of power dynamics, even in relationships built on genuine affection. Hurston isn't presenting a sanitized fairy tale. She's portraying the messy, beautiful, and sometimes brutal reality of human connection.
Yeah.
And this nuanced portrayal is one of the book's great strengths. This deep love, however, is then immediately tested by a force of nature, the devastating hurricane.
The natural world itself turns against them. You see the ominous warning signs. Animals moving east, Seminoles relocating to higher ground, buzzards gathering.
Signs are all there.
But Tea Cake, with that confident, almost reckless optimism, decides they should stay because, man, the money's too good on the muck. He's betting against nature.
A tragically human decision, isn't it? Driven by economic necessity and perhaps a touch of hubris. The storm's fury, as described in our sources, is just epic. Lake Okeechobee began to roll in his bed, and the sea was walking the earth with a heavy heel.
Terrifying imagery.
It's a terrifying escape with their friend, Motorboat, battling against the flood. And in a heroic, selfless act, Tea Cake saves Janie from a rabid dog in the floodwaters, but suffers a bite himself.
And Janie's gratitude, even in that terrifying moment, is so profound. She tells him, "You was twice noble to save me from that dog. I'm thankful for anything we come through together."
Yeah.
It speaks volumes about their bond, even as tragedy begins to loom.
It truly does. But that bite, tragically, is the beginning of the end. Tea Cake's health declines rapidly as rabies takes hold.
Oh, it's awful.
Janie faces this agonizing internal struggle, pleading to God, did he mean to do this thing to Tea Cake and her? It's a moment of profound spiritual questioning.
You feel her desperation.
Yeah. Tea Cake becomes increasingly paranoid and jealous, even accusing Janie of seeing Mrs. Turner's brother, and she discovers a pistol under his pillow.
Gelling.
The climax is just heartbreaking. Tea Cake, consumed by rabies, attacks Janie, and in a desperate act of self-defense, she shoots him, leading to his death.
Unimaginable.
And what follows is Janie's trial, which is a stark commentary on racial dynamics. A black woman on trial for killing a black man.
Right.
The white community, surprisingly, offers support, understanding her plight, while much of the black community condemns her.
That's a complex reaction.
Ultimately, the verdict is accidental and justifiable. It's really a testament to Janie's quiet strength and her ability to articulate her truth, even in that hostile environment.
And Janie returns to Eatonville, not broken, but profoundly transformed.
Exactly.
Our sources show her satisfied to be here. I'd been to the horizon and back, and now I can sit here in my house and live by comparison. This isn't just surviving, it's thriving with hard-won wisdom.
Yes.
Her understanding of love has deepened, evolved past simple infatuation or security.
That phrase, live by comparisons, is such a crucial nugget of insight. It means she no longer needs to chase external validation or some idealized vision.
Right.
She understands love as lac de sea. It's a moving thing, but still in all, it takes its shape from the shore it meets, and it's different with every shore.
Beautiful.
This is Janie's ultimate wisdom. Love is fluid, adaptable, unique to each relationship. It's a mature, profound acceptance.
And her journey is so powerful, it transforms her friend, Phoebe, who declares, "I didn't grow 10 feet higher from just listening to you, Janie. I ain't satisfied with myself no more."
Yeah.
This is Janie passing on that self-discovery, isn't it? Spreading that light.
It absolutely is. Phoebe is metaphorically standing taller, inspired by Janie's courage to live authentically. And Janie's ultimate wisdom is distilled into this powerful truth for us, the listeners. Two things everybody's got to do for themselves. They got to go to God, and they got to find out about living for themselves.
Such a powerful line.
This isn't just a line, it's the central insight of Janie's entire journey. It emphasizes radical self-reliance and the intensely personal nature of faith and self-discovery. It's Hurston telling us, don't let anyone else define your spiritual or personal path. Find it yourself.
Okay, moving from Janie's journey to Zora Neale Hurston herself. It's important to understand her own incredible path. Our sources reveal she was actually born in Notasulga, Alabama in 1891.
Right, not Eatonville.
Not Eatonville, Florida in 1901, as she famously claimed.
Yeah.
A Barnard graduate, she was an anthropologist who studied under the renowned Franz Boas.
A brilliant mind.
Absolutely. What's so fascinating and frankly a bit heartbreaking is the initial critical reception of their eyes were watching God.
It's a key part of her story, yeah. While some white reviewers praised it, the novel was severely criticized by prominent black male critics of the time, like Sterling Brown and Elaine Locke.
Why is that?
Well, they felt it didn't fit the protest tradition of black literature. There was this prevailing expectation that black authors should primarily focus on social commentary and racial injustice,
Okay.
making her work seem not bitter enough for some critics. They questioned her mythic realism, which, blended everyday life and dialogue with a more poetic, almost fantastical imagery.
Her unique style.
Exactly, creating a lush and dense within a lyrical black idiom. a unique style that didn't conform to contemporary expectations for what Black literature should be at that moment.
So what this initial dismissal really reveals is how revolutionary Hurston's approach actually was.
Absolutely.
She dared to prioritize the inner life and cultural richness of Black women at a time when protest literature was the expected dominant form. It meant that her staunchly independent political stances, coupled with her unique literary style, led to her work being virtually ignored for nearly 3 decades, even by the Black arts movement of the 1960s. She, for a time, kind of lost the battle over fictional modes.
But not the war, as our sources emphatically declare. The powerful rediscovery of Hurston was largely spearheaded by Black women writers in the 1970s.
Right.
Notably beginning with Alice Walker's important essay in Miss Magazine in 1975.
Alice Walker. Yep.
And Walker's poignant search for Hurston's unmarked grave became this powerful metaphor for the Black woman writers' search for tradition, a quest to find their literary mothers.
It's such a poignant image, isn't it? This rediscovery was generated primarily by Black women writers seeking a maternal literary ancestry.
Exact.
A lineage of strong, authentic female voices who spoke to their own experiences. It highlights the profound need for a reflective literary tradition.
And Hurston's unique contribution was her groundbreaking use of Black vernacular speech and rituals to chart the coming to consciousness of Black women, so glaringly absent in other Black fiction.
Filling a huge gap.
She didn't just tell a story, she gave voice to an entire experience. Her influence on writers like Alice Walker, think of Celie in The Color Purple speaking directly to God,
Yes.
as well as Toni Morrison, Gail Jones, and Gloria Naylor. It marks a major development in Black literature. It established what is now recognized as Zora and Her Daughters, a powerful tradition within the tradition, a Black woman's voice that continues to echo through generations.
Tragically, though, despite her monumental artistic achievements, Hurston experienced a disastrous final decade.
Yeah, it's very sad.
Working as a maid, struggling financially, and ultimately dying in a county welfare home. It's an incredibly painful irony for such a towering figure.
It is.
However, her enduring legacy lies firmly in her art, where she plowed up some literacy and laid by some alphabets, as the sources beautifully describe it. She placed something upon his street corner that is our own.
A powerful legacy indeed.
Janie's journey, in their eyes, we're watching God, is just such a powerful testament to the human spirit's relentless quest for an authentic self. Her search for true love, the different forms it took, and the profound wisdom she gained from each experience reminds us that life's true education often comes from living it, from experiencing things firsthand, from doing the work, not just from what we're told.
And Hurston, with incredible foresight and resilience, crafted a narrative that, despite that initial dismissal, ultimately profoundly impacted literature. She gave voice to Black women's experiences and inner lives in a way no one else had, paving the way for generations of writers to come and showing us the power of embracing a unique voice, even when it challenges convention.
Indeed. As Janie herself learns, you got to go there to know there. So we leave you with this provocative thought. What is a horizon you're currently pursuing in your own life? And what risks are you willing to take to truly know there for yourself?